So I just got back from a walk with my two Labradors, Bear, the black Labrador, and Coquina, the chocolate lab. And it was a normal walk, and we were walking along. And I have a lot of gopher burrow colonies on my property. It's about 10 acres of wooded Florida frontier land. And so we're walking along, and I had the dogs on a extendable 15-foot leash so that they don't take off if they see a deer or some other creature. And we were passing by. They like to sniff the gopher burrows, so they were poking around, looking in the gopher burrow. And as we walked away, I thought Bear's mouth, he was holding his mouth funny, and it looked like he looks when he's carrying something. The Labrador soft mouth hold. He's not chewing. He's just carrying. And so I looked at him as we walked, and I convinced myself he wasn't, because I couldn't see any sign of it. And his mouth just was, he was keeping his mouth shut. He wasn't tongue hanging out or anything like that. And that was the odd thing, but he didn't really seem to be carrying anything. So I'm going on pretty long here, but basically I convinced myself that he wasn't. So we walked around our long trail. The property's about 665 foot square, so the trail runs along the boundary, so you can figure, how long the walk was. But anywho, we get back up to the porch, and I was moving stuff around because I was about to trap the dogs so I could give them a bath. Escapees on the whole bath thing. If they see the hose or anything like that, they're going to take off. So I block off the porch before we do our thing, which is going to be a bath. And Bear wanted to go inside, which is not that unusual, except I hadn't shown him the hose yet. So he was like really focused on going inside, and he was still holding that mouth unusual. So I just reached down to test it out, and sure enough, he was not going to let me in there. So he's a super gentle dog like most labs, and I poked around in there, and I pulled this out. So this is a baby gopher tortoise, and it's completely unharmed. He was carrying it for the last 10 minutes of the walk, and look, there he is. He loves this turtle. I don't know what his intention was once he got inside, if I had not noticed, but I don't think it would have been good for the gopher tortoise. I think at some point harm might have been done, right, Bears? Yes. So anyhow, here's a baby gopher tortoise. If you've never seen one, that's too close. There we go. Here's the carapace. Actually, that's the plastron, and that's the carapace. Sorry about that, biologists. And he's tucked in there. He's already crawled around a little bit. He has no punctures or anything else, and that's because labs, get in there, Bear. Labs have that very soft mouth. One of these in the past did not work out so well. Coquina, when she was a young pup, brought me a headless baby gopher tortoise, very fresh, and pretty obvious that she had decapitated it. But we're better now. We're more mature, and thanks to the breeding of the Labrador soft mouth carry for waterfowl, since they were hunting dogs, this one's not. The gopher's fine. I'm going to go take it back out and let it go next to the burrow where it came from. I'm pretty sure it was sharing a very large burrow that's been dug by a mature gopher. And then, oh hush, and then Bear's going to get us back. So anyway, never a boring moment. Take a walk with your dogs. No telling what you'll see. Bye. Here we are. Okay, this is where he came from. And this is where he goes. So I'm going to go ahead and just tuck him all the way down in there so there's no chance of him getting picked up by something else. Make sure there's no rattlesnake. And that's about me, not the turtle, the rattlesnake thing. Okay. Let's give him a little tap farther. Get in there. Okay. I think he's good now. No harm, no foul. So to finish that story, the whole bath thing's about to happen. Keeney, come here. Oh, good.